Everyone knows about flipping raw cards. Everyone knows about flipping graded cards. Some people know about flipping boxes. But what a lot of people don't know about is another area I think we're missing out on. And that's what we're going to look at today. It's grading packs.
And without further ado, let's get into this. So, with an honourable mention just outside the top 5, it's 2019 Donruss Optic Football. It's just a bit too early to get too excited about this class. There's some great quarterback potential. We're talking about Kyler, when we talk about Drew Lock, and then even maybe a late rise and improvement in the second year from guys like Minshew and Haskins as potential stars in the league. So there's definitely a lot of value here. And with a product that's only $20 per hobby pack at the minute, that's pretty good value for when we're looking for sealing packs into grading. In terms of the design, pretty much what you want here. You've got a star, pretty much guaranteed star Hall of Famer here, barring any major injuries on the left with Mahomes. And then this is the guy that you really want to progress. It's Kyler. In his second year in that Arizona offense, with the like of DeAndre Hopkins coming in, he should really have that progression, and this could be a really good sound investment if you want to get in early. And when we go ahead and look at his value already as a sealed card, we'll see some crazy offers already. But when we're talking about the PSA 10s, we're already looking at a $300 card off less than a season's work. So coming into year 2, there's some real potential there. So when we look at the population report, I'm using PSA. We can scroll down and go to packs. Once we go into packs, we can filter to our year. And then we can scroll to, there we go. This is what I mean. It's kind of a bit too early. So we're not seeing any 2019 optic packs graded at all yet. In terms of football, I don't think we've seen any graded. A few baseball packs, that's for sure. Transcendent pack, CFL packs, but not a single pack of optic football. So there is potential there, that's for sure. But it's just a bit too early for me. If you want to get in early, go ahead. The risk is that Kyler has a downturn second year. People lose interest with the likes of the new 2020 class and guys like Burrow and Tua coming in. Maybe potentially overtaking them in terms of hype and stardom in the league. But anyway, let's get on to our top 5. And pack number 5, we're starting with basketball, and we're starting with 2018-19 Donruss Optic basketball. So we have our design here. As you see, the late great Kobe on the front, that's always going to be desirable. And then the stars we're looking inside, you can kind of see them over here. We're looking for Trae Young. We're looking for Luka to be the stars of basketball. When we look at prices, you'll see that Luka's price is already super high, if anything undervalued compared to players like Zion. You do find that with second year cards, the new class, the new shiny thing becomes a bit too exciting. People shift their money away, unless you get an absolute stinker of a class, in which case people double up. But when you do get 2 back-to-back good classes, guys like to move on very quickly. It's the new shiny thing, is Zion, the hype around it. But there's a lot of money still in Luka, and he's still a superb player who could really, really drive the hobby in basketball. Certainly if he can win championships, that will be what really kind of boosts his value, as it will for kind of any player in any sport. You need those championships to really drive your value to the next level, no matter how good you are. So as you can see, we're kind of looking at really solid prices here. $400 for a base optic, all the way up to kind of 800 for a pink refractor, which is the retail exclusive, and then thousands more as we get onto numbered parallels. So this is a good pack to look at. In terms of the value of these packs, they're not as high as I expected. When we look at Optic 2018 basketball packs, you can see that people you can pick them up around $50 for 3 packs there, which is, for what we want, that's not bad value. But anyway, let's go on to PSA and look at the pop report to see where this pack sits right now. And there we go. So we're looking at just a single one pack so far. So that's really interesting. For a guy as highly regarded as Doncic, I expect this to go up higher. Obviously, there are still packs on the market available. We showed them, but they are drying up. And to get them at a good price, now is a good time to get in there. Moving on to number 4, and it's one I'm personally getting on. It's the 2017 Donruss Optic football packs. The only thing that comes with a downside for me here is the artwork. For some reason, we've got Trubisky on here as the 2017 lead, and not the guy we really want there in terms of Mahomes on pack. If we had Mahomes and Rodgers, I think this pack value would be even higher, but purely off the value of a Mahomes alone, this is worth getting on. These cards are really starting to become unobtainable for most people. You see here a hollow, we're going to go to $2,000 most likely on this one. Apologies, it's sold. So we're hitting almost $2,000 already. Even the inserts, we're talking $300. So let's attack it from another angle and let's go for packs. So when we scroll back and we look at 2017 packs, already you see a bit of an uptick, and I believe this will be the Optic packs. Okay, so when we click through for 2017, we've got a Contenders, Crown Royale, and a Playoff. We do not have any Optic. Very interesting. So that's a huge opportunity in my eyes. One of the 2 flagship products, obviously Prism. Trying to get Prism packs from 2017. I highly doubt there's any available. Let's have a look. You get red, white, and blues, but there's no point grading kind of plain packs. Yeah, so we're kind of talking $150 for 3 packs. Which, I mean, it's a premier card, although again, for me, there's design questions here. On pack, we're going for Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston. So is it worth that much more value? I know it's the flagship line in Prism, and it is the flagship card, but for me, value for money wise, I think I'd stick with the Optic. Moving on to pack number 3, and it's this one with this familiar face. 2019-20 Prism retail I've gone for. The price point is just a lot better. It has the image we want. And I think it's kind of clear what we're looking for here. It's the Zions. Ja is going to be a great player as well. I'm a huge fan of Ja Morant. But Zion is going to be the player that makes or breaks this. The reason this falls to 3 is just the risk with Zion. He's already had serious injuries, just as a rookie player. The same knock we gave to the 2019 footballers. This is the knock against Zion. But this is a really important pack in my eyes. This is one of the packs that really kind of changed the game in retail. In terms of retail was always kind of looked down upon. The cost was always very low. Packs were kind of not, I wouldn't say readily available, but frequently available in Walmarts and Targets. When this stuff came out, it was barren. This was cleared of the shelves in every store you could go to, kind of viral, and it's kind of carried on a trend that we've seen ever since. And it's also available at a great price. I say a great price. Obviously, these were a lot cheaper coming out in stores, but $15 isn't bad for kind of what we're looking to do here. Times the return we're looking at will be aiming for kind of at least a 10x return. Bear in mind, these are long-term holds. You need this player to be good, and you need these packs you need to hold these packs for a while. When we look into 2019, I don't remember seeing any when we looked at Optic. Let's look again. No, so we've had a few baseballs. It's just not a common hobby, which is really what I'm shouting about here. Is kind of in their history, they've only graded 60,000 packs, which for a company that's graded 80 million cards, nearly 81 million, is absolutely mental in my eyes. I think there's a huge market potential here. When we look at kind of cards in the last 5 years, we're talking what, 200, 300 packs. That's crazy in my eyes. Obviously, there is some risk. You're holding a pack for a long time. You need these players, the flagship players, to really kind of show out from that year. But there's a huge kind of market potential here. Anyway, well, before we move on to pack 2, let's just kind of look at where the Zion Prism is right now. And there it is, kind of already a $500 card, already outselling Doncic, which is kind of crazy to me, considering I think the Doncic was a lower print run as well. But it just shows that kind of hype he's had since high school and college. He's just such a desirable player for everyone, as we see from the Optic here. Optic is another option, but it's not the same, doesn't have him on front. It's a Kyrie Irving. But now let's move on to pack number 2, the second most desirable investment opportunity for me in terms of packs grading. And here it is. It's Topps Chrome Update Series 2018. And the guy we're looking for is right here, Ronald Acuna. We also have Shohei Ohtani. But it's the other reason this class is just the depth that has the potential to grow. We've got the likes of Albies, we've got the likes of Soto. Gleyber Torres is here. We've got guys like Andujar, so some big names in Yankees uniforms, which always sell well. And we got guys like Willy Adames, Jack Flaherty, Walker Buehler, who's a pitcher but still has really high upside. Could be one of the best in the game. So as a product, the benefit it has is the kind of outside of the star in Acuna, who will be the main reason this sells, as I'll show you cost in a minute. It's a really deep baseball class, could be historically deep, in fact, and that's why it's such an appealing one to me. In terms of value, when we go to Acuna Chrome Update PSA 10, so we're already looking at kind of a $100 plus card. There's also auto potentials here we can look at. And across the board, as I mentioned, there's names all the way through this pack. In terms of the value of these mega boxes and the value packs, let's have a look. So I picked up 2 of these earlier this year, before pre-lockdown. So I picked up 2 of these earlier pre-lockdown for 150 for 2. So in the space of 2-3 months, we're already seeing these boxes double in price as they kind of start to dry up. So if you're a guy who collects sealed wax boxes, this is a really good one to look at. It's one that's really kind of drying up quickly. Sapphire is a more premium one that's done the same thing. The 2018 Sapphire boxes are going for silly money now, talking thousands, 3,000 plus. Definitely not available on my budget, but there's some real potential here. And if we look at kind of just trying to get one pack, we can look at the value cellos.
2,000 years later.
So I struggled there, but there we go. You can find 2 there for $40. That's $20 a pack. That's not too bad. I did see some value cellos earlier, kind of in the 50s to 60s range. 3 packs in there plus the refractors, so not too bad, considering the potential this pack has. When we look at if there's any graded, I imagine not. This is the other kind of thing. The premium packs don't get graded as frequently early, just because people want to rip them, flip them. It's an easier, quicker way of making money. There's a few here then. So there's the Chrome Baseball and the update. Here we go. So the update packs, there's been 2, which for a pack with this high potential is really eye-opening to me. Another option is looking at the base Topps Chrome Baseball, which is where the Acuna bat swinging pose is from. There's only one of those that's been posted. So you can pick up blasters there for kind of $75 for 7 packs, my apologies, and the chromes. As you see here, kind of the Shohei on the front, so you need Shohei to kind of really show up on those ones. He has huge potential, certainly if he can play both ways in this game, and he has a huge following back in Japan for the international game. I do worry about his longevity with injuries already showing. Tommy John's, even in the modern era, is a tough one to come back from. But again, for my number 2 pack, it's Topps Chrome update, and there's a huge potential here. Moving into my number 1, and it's one I'll describe as a higher risk, higher reward. And if you've already seen my weighing packs and grading packs video, you will know exactly what it's going to be, and it's this one. Bowman 2020 first. This has potential to be something special, something unique in terms of if it is purely a one-off and Topps doesn't repeat this. You've got the unique factor there. You've got the environment it came out in, the coronavirus pandemic, certainly something that everyone will remember for the coming years. Then you've got the potential and already the mass hysteria that's similar to Zion in baseball for this guy, Jason Dominguez. His card prices are insane for a guy who's 17 and not touched baseball professionally in America. There's huge risk and reward here. He is a Yankee. He's coming in with super high potential, so the risk reward is definitely there. In terms of his prospects, he definitely has the ability. In terms of scouts seem to think he's the next great thing. I've seen scouts compare him to Mickey Mantle, which is insane. I believe he's currently the 2nd highest priced rookie card in all of baseball behind Mike Trout at the minute, which is again mental for a guy who hasn't played. But that's something to take advantage of. It is his first pack, it's his first Bowman, and it's the first edition. Having the pack of that is something certainly unique. When we go to look at Topps, I don't believe they've graded any packs for this year yet. But these can be picked up at an okay price. If we look into the eBay cost, there we go. You can still see these. You can get a free pack lot through still on auction. My apologies. You can kind of buy it now for under $30. It's a lot for a single pack. I definitely wouldn't advise opening them at that price, despite the Dominguez costs. But as a long-term hold, there's certainly some potential there, and it's just a nice visual-looking pack. It's a really nice matte black, as you saw from my videos, and just a really clean design, especially with how we've seen retail go for the standard 2020. This is a really special pack. When we look at his first and seeing some of the prices these are going for, let's see if there's any PSA 10s yet. There we go, there's one out. 2 days left, and it's already nearly $400 for a paper card. That is insane. Bearing in mind you can pick up good players, guys like Mookie Betts, for under $20 as a paper card. Obviously ungraded, but still, it's insane the kind of level of hype as this prospect has. If he can back it up, we're really going to see something unique in the card market. As long as we don't hit some sort of bubble, that is my only worry. This is the main thing I need to advise you guys. Only vest what you can afford to lose, same as any other thing, whether it's gambling, stocks, whatever you choose to get into. Make sure you use your money wisely. Don't overextend yourself. There we go. We're looking kind of $400-500 card there. But yeah, guys, that's all from me on this one. I hope you enjoyed. Comment below your thoughts on any of these packs that you think are a good idea, any packs that I've not mentioned that you don't want to know about, or you believe could be a really good investment. Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. See you soon.